Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your weekly love outlook. We're going to pull out your cards first, and we are then going to be pulling out the cards for your individual in this love connection. It's looking pretty good. A lot of work involved, some money issues involved. All right, bottom of the deck, what are we looking at? Yes, a brand new love. This is a new love coming in, a new outpouring of love. Oh, this feels good, Taurus. This feels really, really good. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot, and every week I go through the Zodiac signs and we take a look at a particular relationship. And let's jump right into it. How do you and your person, who are you two? Who are you and who are they, right? Who is this person in your life? This person is lovable. They may be a Leo. They may have Leo energy in their chart. This individual is somebody who's like really, really proud. You know, they're coming in with a lot of strength, a lot of dignity. We're going to, of course, get more cards to clarify and get deeper into the message. But right away, the next period, your person is exhibiting like a lot of sort of emotional strength, not giving into their emotions. And we're going to find out why. For you, right now, you are really sort of excited about a particular plan. You have a vision for the future. You have a lot of information coming in for you. It feels like you're seeing a lot of omens right now. Let me start shuffling my clarifiers. You're seeing a lot of omens. You may be getting messages coming in. You have an excited kind of optimistic outlook, especially with this love pouring forward. You have this Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's outpouring of love. And so right away, the energy here is really, really nice. It feels new and fresh. And so let's get a little bit deeper and see. I'm not going to take those. So many flipped over. Let's get a little bit deeper and see who is this person? Who is this new love connection that feels so strong coming in right away? Look what flipped. Oh, and the Two of Swords. So this individual also, one of the reasons they may be exhibiting so much sort of control of their emotions right now is that you're dealing with somebody who's got some choices going on. All right. They have some options happening right now. There's a choice that they're faced with and they can't really make it right now. Right. So we may have to pull more cards to find out, like, there is something that they're going through. Let's see what's going on with you. Five of Swords. There it is. A battle and a Hierophant. Oh, wow. Okay, so Taurus, there may be some, this is an intense kind of feeling here you're having because you want to move forward with love and possibly marriage. Are you looking at marrying this person? Right? Five of Swords is there. There's been a bit of a battle here. There's a feeling here that there's been a bit of a battle, a bit of kind of like a battle that you're having with this person. Starting the message starts to get a little bit clearer here. There's a little bit of a battle you're having with your person that you just can't seem to win. Right? It's like every like option or comeback that you're putting up, it's like they're like no, or they're, you know what I mean? They're not being logical in the way that they're arguing with you. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who is averse to getting married, right? Because you want to move forward, Taurus. You're trying to see the future, you're trying to go forward. And this battle that you've been having with your person, it's interesting because they are coming in twice. They've come in with Leo energy. Definitely dealing with a Leo, some of you, or somebody who has Leo in their chart. But it's interesting that they're really trying to compose themselves over this next period, right? They're really trying not to give in to their anger, or like their irritation. This is love here. This is absolutely love. And I do think that this energy came out at the bottom of the deck because ultimately I don't feel like a breakup or anything here like that. But I do feel like um this kind of, bumping of heads, right? And it absolutely feels like it's about a level of commitment, right? So Taurus, you may be dealing with somebody who's a commitment phobe, right? The love is there, everything is going great, but the two of the two of you love each other, you live together, maybe all of that. But when it comes to taking it to the next level, they're like, Now here we go. We're going to take a look at this energy of how you see each other. So for you, you have Eight of Pentacles, they have Five of Pentacles. So you see somebody here who is a really hard worker. You may be dealing, Taurus, with somebody who's a bit of a workaholic. You may be dealing with somebody here who, yes, they really, really love you. They clearly they're with you. Clearly there's love here, but they also have a lot of room that they need to give to their work. You may be dealing with an artist, okay? You may be dealing with somebody whose work is like, it's something that they are trying to master and become good at. So they need room and they need time for that. And you can see that. I think you see that about your person, Taurus. Like you absolutely realize um, you're dealing with somebody who needs some space and they need space to do their own thing. For their point of view, they're looking at you right now, and the energy here that I'm feeling is like, listen, don't come at me, okay? 'Cause I'm a Taurus rising. I'm with you, brothers and sisters. But right now, your person is kind of looking at you a little bit sideways. They're looking at kind of like this energy of, are you doing enough? Are you doing enough? Are you doing as much as I'm doing? Let's get more clarity. There's a feeling here. You may be having a battle with your person because they may not be feeling like you're stepping up to the plate as much as they are, right? You indeed want this commitment. You want this higher level with them. I'm hearing, baby, come on, let's just get married. Do we have to like do it? Does it have to be like this or like that? I'm hearing conversations you're having with your person that are like kind of like, and they're like, you're trying to convince them that love is all you need, and they're kind of coming back to you and being like, love is not just all we need. Like we have bills and stuff, right? Let's see that Five of Pentacles. Wow. So a burden. Uh-oh. Okay, we got some more shadow energy and a vibe coming in. So this is interesting. Let's pull yours as well. Listen, there's a feeling here, Taurus, that your person really feels like they have, I want to say, been carrying a burden, like Eight of Cups. Wow. Interesting. So listen, Taurus, you have this card reaffirmed. You have this energy here. It's Mars and Aries energy, this deep, deep desire to move forward. Um, there's a split here though. It doesn't feel, as I said, didn't I say a minute ago, I don't feel a breakup, and I don't feel a breakup, but I do feel it may be a pause, or you may be going away. Some of you, Taurus, I feel you may be going away for a particular reason. There's something that you're trying to accomplish here, right? And it may be costing you money. And that might be some of the issue that I'm feeling here, because I feel some kind of dissatisfaction from your person about, the money issue, the work issue, the time issue, right? And so, Taurus, it feels like perhaps you are, some of you out here, okay, this message is for you. For some of you, you in turn are also an artist and very passionate, and an opportunity has recently come into your life, and I think you're trying to take it. But this opportunity is not necessarily bringing you money right away, which is why your person feels like maybe you're not stepping up enough. Maybe you're not making enough immediate cash. For some of you, Taurus, you're like, listen, if I do this now, we can be set later. We can have this next level up, this marriage and all of that, right? And so you want this, but you also just as I said, your person, you're dealing with somebody who works a lot and needs their time and space to work. It could very well be that they are, in fact, the ones who do work and bring in sort of the money, the household money, and you may be the artist here, Taurus. There is a feeling here as well that I have strongly that your person just feels overwhelmed. Taurus, there's a feeling here, if you're resonating with this, sound off, this person feels overwhelmed. They feel overwhelmed and I think they feel a little bit cheated. There's a vibe here of them having to carry all the burden, carry all the work. They may have had to take care, as I said before, all the bills. They're the ones really working, working, working. They're certainly, whatever they're working at, if they, they may indeed love it and it's a really important part of their life, but they are making money at it, right? They are paying the bills at it. And this is where I see a little bit of a difference here that you are also following your heart. You're following what you want to do. You're following this desire, this passion. For some of you, absolutely, you're an artist. Absolutely, Taurus. You're some kind of artist communicator. You may have a business of some kind that involves an artistic side of yourself. Absolutely, that is there. What comes through the full flipped over? Yeah, you're like in the middle of embarking on this like new journey. And for some of you, it requires you to have to leave for a little bit. You may be traveling. Listen, Eight of Cups generally, sometimes this vibe, I don't feel a vibe here of you turning your back. I feel a vibe of you temporarily following your heart, right? Following a higher purpose right now. And there is just an issue here. You've been battling with your person over it. I think they also kind of feel that you're trying to get over a little bit. I think they, let me put it to you like this, Taurus. This is a reading for Taurus where you and your person, while there's great, great love here, you guys are kind of like, in a rough spot right now. They're really irritated with you. They're really overburdened. They feel like they may have to make some decisions in their life about which way to go forward. They're trying not to give in to their anger, right? Clearly there's been fights. Trust me. I feel definitely some of you who are resonating with this recently, there have been a lot of arguments. You are Taurus, you're earthy, you're going to stand your ground, but there's been arguments, there's been fights. Your person has definitely been trying to hold back some of their emotion, right? But listen, this is the thing, right? Ultimately, what is needed here is communication, because when we go on to see how you guys see the relationship and your roles in the relationship, it's like here I'm feeling and seeing, Taurus, that you may be relying a little bit too much on like intuitive feeling, and you may be relying too much on your person feeling you. High Priestess, feeling and understanding you and just knowing you, like without you having to say anything. And that's not working. Your person is feeling like this relationship is really a lot. Like it seems like it feels here, Taurus, like you may be the one who's a real go-getter. You may jet off. Again, if you're an artist, you may be here and there doing your artwork, putting your installations in, putting your work out, whatever form your work takes. And it's always a new adventure for you, right? Every other week, it's another adventure. But the person in this love connection with you is just overwhelmed by all of it. And for some of you, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know, but it's going to start coming out. You're right. It's going to start coming out how tired and like a little bit irritated, I'm going to say they are, right? Yeah, you're gonna have to spend some money. You're spending some time with friends too, and it's like they're like, "What? You're gonna do that too?" Oh, and there's the hermit. Yeah, it's overwhelming for them. They're gonna end up. Listen, for some of you, listen. If you're coming to this reading, you're resonating with this, it's like you're getting this reaffirmation perhaps on a situation, but the guidance here from spirit is that you do need to open up and speak to this person, right? Spirit is telling me to let you know that do not let this slide. Do not let this feeling that your person is having slide. Don't rely on this idea that they're just going to understand, or they know, they have to know that you love them, or they have to, they can't really think that you're trying to get over on them. Spirit is really telling me to let you know that you need to communicate. You need to express to your person how you truly feel, because they're really getting themselves wound up. Okay. They're really getting themselves wound up to a place where they may decide to step away. Hermit energy, right? Be a hermit for a little while. Step off of this connection for a little while. Let's see if I can move everything over so we can see all the cards. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Spirit is warning that, you shouldn't let this slide. Spirit is also saying to me here, and for you to know that, yes, of course, you should follow your heart. You should follow your heart, but you love this person. This is a reading for a Taurus who really, really loves this person. You love your person, and you will regret it if you don't pay attention now and do the little things now. And it's not going to take much. Your person loves you back very, very much. The feeling of love here is strong. It's very strong because they've continued to sort of put up with certain things for quite some time. And yet they're not gone. They haven't left. The idea of possibly leaving is an almost impossible decision for them to make. They've definitely tried to bite their tongue and not be upset or jealous or angry or come off that way. But it's overwhelming for them. And the warning here that Spirit is giving me is that for some of you, especially for some of you Taurus artists who are very active in your work, you get caught up. You may indeed be getting caught up in it. Okay. You may indeed be ending up with a lot of friends, maybe at parties, openings, whatever your work calls for. Some of you, listen, watch out, Spirit. There's another message for some of you. Some of you have some money coming in or some time coming in, and you give it away, right? You end up like people distract you. I have this feeling here, just people distracting you, friends distracting you. And as you're in this whirlwind of this activity here, somebody's like, oh, can you help me with this? And you do it, and your person gets so pissed off about it. They're going to be so irritated by that, because it's like everyone else matters, right? Your friends matter. Somebody else needs your time. They get it. And it's like, if you don't take care, those of you who are watching, who resonate, you're going to know what I'm talking about when it comes up. If you don't take care in that situation, you are going to be sending your person a message that kind of doubles down on this idea that they have that you're just taking advantage of them, which is the feeling that they have, that you are taking absolute advantage of them. All right. So let's go ahead and get into your Zodiac runes. I'm going to pull 3 Zodiac signs to see what kinds of signs you might be dealing with. Yeah, I mean, this message was, Spirit wants you to know to take care, because this is a reading for a Taurus who really loves their person. Cancer. You really love this person. And I don't, there's no indication here that you want to lose them at all, but you're just being a little bit bullheaded. Aries. Some of you dealing with Aries. You know what I'm saying? You just, this person may have made it very comfortable for you for quite some time to just be free to do what you want to do, but it's starting to wear on them. And of course, look what came out. Leo. Is it a shock? Leo energy came out. Okay. Leo energy came out. Let's pull your oracles for this reading. 3 oracles. 1. Spirit of masquerade, spirit of the stranger, spirit of the scales. Yeah, false, hidden, masquerade. There's something going on here. Listen, a feeling of deception did come up in this reading, this energy earlier, this feeling that I was telling you that your person has, that you may be trying to get over on them or pull one. That may not be true at all, but it's coming across that way, right? And again, that's why Spirit is telling me to let you know that you really need to communicate. Communicate. Spirit of the stranger, watch out. There may indeed be someone, while you're not paying attention to what's going on at home, there may be somebody else who slides right in. Spirit of the scales, balance and justice coming in. Things have to be balanced, right? Let's do your animals. Things have to be balanced here. And your person is definitely feeling like things are not balanced. Absolutely, some of you are dealing with a Leo. For Leo, show up twice. Absolutely. Okay? But watch out, watch out how you take care of this person's heart. You don't want to lose them. And what comes out? I can't. And I didn't want to say anything because I was about to say, it will be just the icing on the cake if the lion animal spirit came out. And sure enough, listen, this is definitely a message. Spirit wants you to know these are all the reaffirmations. You're dealing with somebody who's very proud and powerful. You're dealing with somebody who is very sort of dignified and they have a lot of love to give. The lion is very strong, beautiful, fiery animal spirit, all about, being a master of yourself and being the best version of yourself. And this person is that's who they are. And they are demanding respect. Hawk energy is here, air energy. Taurus, that hawk, is able to go very, very high up and see a big picture here, right? And you need to, Spirit is saying you need to see the big picture here. Don't get caught up in the little details, the little activities and partying and all this other stuff because, pay attention, take it serious. You may have gone through this kind of bickering with this person before, but things are different this time, and they may indeed decide enough is enough. And so you really have to pay attention to this love connection, lest you lose it. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your weekly love tarot reading. I hope it resonated for you. Most of you watching are brand new to my channel, and so I thank you for watching. Come back. Each and every week, I do a weekly love outlook for all 12 signs, so come back and check me out. But for right now, guys, Taurus and Taurus cross watchers, I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you back on my channel right back here next week for your tarot reading. Bye-bye.